So I'm streaming from Facebook and YouTube here. So so when you see me look away, it's because I'm checking my other camera for YouTube. And these people are so funny. I love it. A good smile. But anyway, I wanted to say hello. I just uploaded a video, so I hope that you guys watch it. I just pray for you guys. I wanted to show my face and let you guys know that everything is okay. I'm not dead or anything like that. Not to be facetious, but I'm just sitting here in my I am here actually in my office. It's a mess, so don't judge me. It's a mess. But I wanted to hop on here and just show my face and chat with you guys for a little bit. You guys, spring is coming. The weather is becoming nicer. Unfortunately, we have this whole virus scare that is going on, and it is a scare. I know a lot of people are not taking it seriously. I encourage you to take it seriously. Do a little bit of Googling, do a little bit of, your own research. I was just informed by my own, research about a day or so. I'm originally, um, not really originally from, but yeah, from, where I resided at for so many years, Washington, D.C. At least 9 people have been, so I just encourage people. I wanted to, encourage you all just to, keep doing what you're doing. Stay clean mentally, healthily, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Of course, wash your hands, wash your face. Try not to put your hands in your face. Cover up. When you go out, be a little extra careful. If you have like anything that you can sanitize, because you have to go out and have to do things. So I encourage you um, all to do that. But let's get into this video that was requested by my good friend Jamal. We just got off the phone. Like I said, everything's okay. I've been actually doing good. I've been trying to like get my businesses back together. I was actually able to get the to purchase a circuit court machine. You guys know I have this heat press machine. Remember, I showed you guys in a video not too long ago. The video I uploaded about 25 minutes ago. Also, I showed showed you guys my heat press machine, and I was able to get um, a circuit court. Again, you guys, I'm streaming from Facebook too, so I was able to get a circuit court machine. That's a machine where I go in on my computer laptop. Right now I'm using a laptop. Oh my God, I got so much to tell you. And I, take what I want to print out on the t-shirt and I send it to my circuit court machine. And I print it out and then I put it on the um t-shirt. So I'm really excited about that. Like I said, I told you guys, right, in the video I uploaded, I tried to go live yesterday twice and like once on Saturday, and I didn't realize I guess my the laptop that I'm on did not so-called support the browser or whatever. So I just figured that out just now. I had to actually download Chrome. And I wanted to, I do things publicly because I can and I want to. And, again, I don't portray myself to be nothing that I'm not. I don't portray myself to be this balling out of control and this. I'm just living from paycheck to paycheck like the next person, or I, whatever, whatever. I've had been owning my own businesses. You're funny, Jamal. I've been owning my own businesses since like 2009, and up and down. Mostly, I want to say for the last year, down, just because of I think my own personal thing. Just trying to, I relocated. You guys know I relocated almost a year ago. I can't believe time has gone by so fast. So I relocated, and just trying to get everything together. Like I said, I was able to purchase a few things, and I wanted to publicly thank my sponsors for that. I'm so grateful for the people that God has placed in my life. I want to tell you guys, I say this all the time. People come in and out of our lives for a reason, and we have a lot to learn to not get upset about it and not look at everything in the negative. We have people that God will send in our lives to build us up. And that was their main focus in our life, to come and build us up. And sometimes people will take that negative. They'll feel like a person came in their life and you gave them confidence, you gave them this, and you cheered them up, and you were the cheerleader, and you did all this other stuff. And then, you know, for whatever reason that person is not there. And I try to encourage people, because it can be hurtful. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's not hurtful, but what I want to encourage you to do is, and I had to learn this too, to think more maturely about it. Against people are put in our life, placed in our life for a season, a reason, or whatever. And I have had, people placed in my life, and I'm just like, okay, this is really cool and this is nice. And then all of a sudden there's a drift, or for whatever reason. And some of those things I'm going to name, I've had people place my life to teach me something. I've had people place my life to teach me this is not what I want. You feel what I'm saying? This is not acceptable. No, I'm not. I understand now. I'm not willing to deal with this. I've had people place in my life that have taught me things, like positive things, like, you know, conduct. I've always been a type of person. It's a time and place for everything. But I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm here to teach you guys, and I'm this great person, and I'm this almighty person, and I'm so perfect, and I'm so poised, and I'm this, because that's far from the truth. I'm a work in progress, just like you guys are too. And that's why I said I come on here. And if you look at my bio on here, it clearly says that I'm here to teach and I'm here to be taught. I actually like to be taught. But I will say this, I am in a place in my life where I know that what I am being taught, if it's spiritual or not, or if it's on the same path that that I'm walking on. So yes, I'm going to be taught too. But for me, I'm going to have to take what people are teaching me and implement it in my life. It's if it's a positive thing. So I encourage people to try to be more mature when people are gone away from my life, because a lot of times those people, or just people period, anyone that comes into our lives, is a lesson learned. um like I said, again, I have learned a lot in the last year, and I'm very happy to actually be where I am now. It's been really, really rough, but I am happy to be where I'm at now. And I have a couple of people that I just wanted to thank publicly, because um see, I get emotional when I be talking about stuff. I just, again, I don't portray myself to be nothing that I am. And I'm very grateful for everything that everyone that has brought into my life, especially when it comes and it concerns my children. I've had people, I call it sponsorship. When people say, here, I'm going to give you a few bucks and I want you to do A, B, and C, because they know the single parent struggle. It's a struggle to be a single parent. It's a struggle to be a single parent, not only to be a single parent, but to be a single parent without parents. You feel what I'm saying? To be a single parent where I can't call my mother and my father and say, hey, I need help. My father, first of all, is deceased. Um, my adopted mother, um, mm, yeah. So, yeah. So I am so grateful for everybody that has come into my life within the last like 5 or 6 months. Rather they've, taken me to the store, or they've been someone, I had could talk to, or I've been someone they could talk to. So I just want to say that, I'm very, very grateful for that. And I am especially grateful, right? Because you guys know I'm not a person that's never going to ask anybody. I only ask people for stuff if it's like really, really like just the last resort. Like I just don't, there is no other way. You guys know I walk wherever I go. So for the last couple 2, 3 weeks, I've actually been walking everywhere. But it's good exercise. Anyway, so I had someone who I have an 8-year old, right? I am her only parent. And I'm her only parent because her other parent, um uh what do I want to say without, and I don't want to be dragging anybody or talking bad about anybody, but I want to, be able to tell my story and tell my truth. I'm her only parent. So anybody, when I place people in her life, or anyone that comes into her life, I'm very, very cautious. I'm very cautious of all. Hey, Facebook. I'm very cautious of everybody that is, placed in um, her life, all of my children's life. I am her sole provider. I'm her, sole parent, because her other parent is just, the type of person who allows, the other person in his, the people in his relationship control what he can and cannot do. So, it is what it is. So I am so thankful to someone, um, knowing that the single parent without parents struggle, can be very, very um, hard, and very, very, it could be a struggle. It has been a struggle. It has been very depressing. And I had someone the other day, um, and I'm not going to cry about this and get all emotional, but I had someone give my baby um, some money, and it was unexpected. And I was like, wow. This is what I'm talking about when I say how people come in your life for a reason or a season. And, I'm just so grateful for everybody who has come and who had gone and showed me and didn't show me and listened to me, didn't listen to me, half-ass listened to me for whatever reason. I had one conversation with this person, and I was just like, was so stressed out that day because I have in spite of everything, I have a lot of stuff that is going on. I'm the mother of 4 daughters. My oldest daughter is out on her own, doing her own thing. But I also have, like I said, a 16-year old, 14-year old, and an 8-year old. And my 14-year old is just, all my kids are awesome. My 14-year old is very independent. She just takes very good care of her cats. So she's really the child. Her and my 28-year old, the kids I really don't have to worry about. But my 6-year old and my 8-year old, I do. And my 8-year old, like I said, because I'm her sole parent, I do everything for her, like everything for her. So I had someone that I had talked to, and I was just like, we were talking. I was like, girl, it's hard out here trying to having to provide for all of your children, all by yourself, especially, my youngest. And, I cried a little bit. I was like, I've been going back and forth to the doctor, sometimes having to walk there, this, that, and, you know, this young lady, out of the goodness of her heart, and I've only known her for about a year, and I don't even remember how we met. I think I actually did a event for her when I was doing like catering or something like that. I think I did her daughter's baby shower, and I actually, it was really weird. Um, I think it was actually her husband that reached out to me on Craigslist, because I have ads on Craigslist for my business. Anyway, she called me. We had a conversation. You guys, one conversation led to a blessing, and I'm so thankful for people like that. You know, who people who see a need and they help out. Or it's one thing to help somebody when you can help. It's another thing to be able to help and not to help. And I am the type of person, I've told you guys this before, no one's obligated to do anything for you, right? But the human thing to do, the humanity thing to do, the godly thing to do, the loving thing to do is to know that if you can do it, if you can, you know, like help out. But I also keep in mind that nobody's obligated anyway. So this young lady, it's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just trying to, budget and do all this other stuff. She said, well, I have something for your baby. Now, again, my baby's 8, and she's just out. She's really. I just looked up, and she outgrew all her shoes and all of her clothes. Get a knock on my door one day, and Jesus, 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 this young lady, my daughter. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. And she knows, amazing. Anyway, get a knock on my door, and here it is, bags upon bags upon 5 pair of shoes, pair of rain boots, a pair of another shoes, sandals, cute little shoes, like 10, 15 outfits, 10, 15 tops, uh, this and that. I'm just like, and what's really super cool too is that her teacher, God is like, I'm so thankful for stuff like that, for people like that. My her teacher does it too. God has a way of just like letting people know your needs, and just I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. My daughter's teacher did it too. She sent me an email. She was like, I don't want to overstep. She said, but I'm going shopping at Walmart for my daughter. Do you mind if I pick up your daughter some stuff? And I'm like, sure. And I never take anything as negative. And it's really weird because I've had people say, well, you better be careful with that. She might be the little black token kid that they're helping, or you better be careful with that. People might look and say, oh, look at you, as being poor or taking this. Shut the fuck up with that. A blessing is a blessing. And anybody that's dumb enough to not open a door when God permits an opportunity for you and permits somebody to bless you and do something nice for you, it kills me the negative comments that people have. Be careful with that, or don't do that. Like, these people don't have to do nothing for me. This might, again, her teacher, my daughter came home with one day a bag of like 5 or 6 pair of leggings, a top to match, a pair of shoes, which is like, she texts me, oh, I just adore your daughter. She's just so sweet. She's so sweet to me, and in return, we get her like, make sure the classroom has like, all their supplies. And, we got her something for Christmas. We got her something for Valentine's Day. We return the favor. And it's amazing. You guys will be amazed at how many people, when I'm talking and I'm telling people about my blessings and things that other people are doing for me, the negative response that I receive for that. Oh my God. Like, it is okay though. It just, I love it. I love it because I love the ignorance of people, because it gives me an opportunity to pray for them. And, again, this lady, this young lady came over and, blessed my daughter with these shoes and these outfits. And I didn't even off of one conversation, and all I said was that single parent struggle is just real, and it's just, it's hard. I'm her sole parent. I don't, with her, I'm solely taking care of this child by myself. And not only did she bring this stuff, then she gave my daughter $200, and she was like, I know your birthday just passed, and this is this. I'm just like, and I read the receipt. That stuff that she got my daughter was over $300, $323, and then she gave her $200, and I'm just like, what a blessing, what a blessing. And I'm gonna brag about it. What a blessing. I thought that was so sweet, because at the end of the day, don't nobody got to do nothing. This woman has her own children, and that was a blessing. So my baby is just, you know, I'm just so grateful. Just like my other kids, they received a lot of nice stuff too, for the holidays. And I'm just, let me just say this: it's hard. Are you guys that are single parents, that are like single parents? I'm not talking about you guys, and I don't mean no disrespect. I'm not talking about people that got mommy and daddy that turned to a grandma or great grandpa or anything like that. I'm talking about the single freaking parents like me, single parents without parents, single parents who actually have living parents, and you can't call your auntie, your uncles, your whatever, whatever, this or that and that. And this is that actually is another form of privilege. I talk about people being privileged all the time. People don't realize how privileged they really are, and how, how lucky they are that you can call your mom, your dad, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your great uncle, and say, "Hey, I need a couple bucks," or "Hey, the children are in need, and this is this." To be honest with you, I absolutely don't have that. I don't care what anybody says. I've had people in my life to say, "Hey, if you need anything for your kids, I'm there. You can just call me," and this, and that. And they say that, I think, because it's a formality, but I don't think they really say that to really mean. I don't know. I don't know, and I really don't care. I am so accepting and so thankful for what I call unexpected blessings, unexpected abundances that have come in my life, pertaining to my children, because I really, really needed that. Because, for like I said, for my 8-year old, I am taking care of her solely by myself. And you guys, the struggle is real. So I wanted to thank the person who is one of my new subscribers for doing that, for my baby. And like I said, I'm not crying today. I'm so happy I'm not crying today. But I feel a little tear trying to come out. I really appreciate you for that. I appreciate you and your husband. Um, you know, from one parent to another. See, I'm getting emotional about it. From one parent to another. I've had, you know, you guys, we just got to be more mature about everything and take things with a grain of salt, and just, thank the people that have been gracious to us, and love the people that have loved us. And, let people go if they want to, go out of our lives, and just stand in awe, and just be grateful for what they have brought, um, uh, you know, to our lives. I'm a very, very gracious person, but I don't want to get emotional about that. So I'm going to get off of that. I have a question down here. Somebody asked me, why was I single? Well, you already know one reason why I'm single, because I got out of something not too long ago. Um, and God had to pick me back up from that. I want to be honest and say another reason why I'm single is because I am terrified. Part of me is terrified to say, "Oh my God, see, you're about to make me emotional again." Okay, I'm ignoring all of my Facebookers. Part of me is terrified, um, because I have daughters, and I don't want to go to jail. And I express that to everybody I come into contact with. You know, I let people know, if you even think about doing anything to my children, I'm saying this on the World Wide Web right now. I will hunt you down and I will kill you. And hopefully this video does not ever, ever, I pray that this video does not ever get me in trouble. But what I do, I'm very protective of my children, and I'll kill an MF over mine. Let me just say that. That's one that's one reason. But I had a revelation about that today. God was like, "Kim, if you keep doing what you're doing, you won't have to worry about that." And that is being very observant, and that is it, listening to people, listening to how people operate, listening to people's, um, their lifestyle, how they move around, do they have people coming in and out of their lives? Do they have children? Are they allowing people in and out of their homes while their children are there? And this, because it's just not our girls that we have to worry about, it's the boys that we have to worry about too. So why am I single? Because I have always had this fear of somebody hurting my kids, and then I have to, you know, do something to somebody. That's one of the things. Uh, Another reason is because, um, I believe, this is what I tell you guys. I believe in I believe it is very important to me to acquire someone, and I say this in all of my videos, acquire someone that is like minded, acquire someone that is like minded, acquire someone that is like minded, that has the same hunger and thirst as I do for God, who has the same hunger and thirst as I do, who's like really on the same page, like it, because if for me I just it is important to me because it's like been there done that, right? you know I always tell people there's nothing wrong with compromising but never settle. And I'm at a point in my life, I'm an older lady, so I'm at a point in my life that there's certain things, you guys, that just have to be in line. Spiritually in line, morally be in line, socially be in line. And what I mean by that is like socially, like I just mentioned, you know, or do they allow a lot of traffic in their house? Especially when you have children. You know, um, I talked to a young man the other day, and he was just telling me how he had to talk to one of his friends. He said, him and his lady friend. They are very what is the word that he used, they're very cautious about who they have in their home because they have children. And they have a friend who this young lady lets anybody in her house. She can be at work and her boyfriend will have his friends over, and these people have this young lady has, I think, like two daughters and a son or whatever. And I was like, wow, we have to start thinking a long way. We don't, it's not about thinking about negative things and stuff. We have to think about the what ifs. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's very important for us to get to know people and examine people. God, you guys, we really have to start listening to people and listening to people, what people say. My ex told me this, and I didn't pay attention. When someone shows you who they are, what? Believe them, right? And I didn't listen to this, right? So when someone shows you who they are, believe them. When someone repeatedly says certain things, believe them. We have to go the long way in dating. We have to go the long way in these relationships. Really observe people's behavior. Really observe how people feel about children, how people feel about, certain lifestyles, how people really feel about, relationships. And again, don't don't get mad if you get friend zone. Let me tell you guys about friend zone, being friend zone. I joke about being friend zone a lot. Like me and Jamal had this conversation, right, Jamal? And he asked me, he was like, "Have you ever been friend zone?" I was like, "Yeah, all the time." But I said, I don't get in my feelings about being friend zone. I'm gonna tell you why, you guys, and why is where it comes in of being very observant of the people. Be very observant of the person who friends on you. I'm not going to be bothered by a person who friend zones me. And this is not to be mean or act like I'm better than anybody or anything like that. I tell people, try not to be, yes. I cleaned your room. Okay, bye. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you too. When you're being friend zoned, think about the source. And I'm not talking about God, because God will never friend zone you. Think about the source. For example, I have been friend zoned before by someone who was that had hoish ways. I have been friend zoned by someone who I met, great personality, great person, but wasn't particularly a clean person, wasn't particularly a godly person or intelligent or whatever. And it's not to be mean. Don't try not to be bothered about being friend zone, because you think about the source. You could, because you know what I'm saying. You ever dated somebody and then you break up, you be like, "Dad, I dealt with all of that. What was I thinking?" We've all had those relationships where we're just like, wow, like what? Oh my god, I'm so mad. This camera makes me look like 500 pounds. But anyway, and that's no disrespect. But anyway, um, yeah. So try not to be too bothered about being friend zoned, think about the source, y'all. Be like, oh, okay. Well, this person is straight up a hoe anyway, or always talking about being a hoe, or is whatever. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes, you said what? I know. I see her in the window. I am on my little Facebook page too, so y'all have to excuse me. So let's say, amen. So yes, uh try not to bother yourself, y'all. That's right, more of a blessing. Try not to bother yourself, right? Uh he said keep going, get we listening. Okay, I had to check on my little but yeah, a lot of yeah, I can honestly say that too. Um, you ever been friend zoned by someone who thinks you're bothered by them friend zoning you, but you thinking to yourself, dang, I'm glad I didn't have to, because I'm not into hurting people's feelings, right? So I've been in situations where the universe that God allowed them to friend zone me, and they thought that it really bothered me, but it really didn't. But you thinking to yourself, whew, what do they say? What is the word? Come on, y'all, help me out. Y'all know what I mean. What do they say? What is that saying that people say? Like, "Ooh, I escaped that," or something of that fact. So yeah, think about the source when someone friend zones you. It's all good. So so I guess that's one. So that's it's so funny because there's so many. I've had this conversation so many times with people. I just had this conversation, like I said, with Jamal. We had this conversation the other day that I had it with somebody else, and they were like, he was like, this girl had another friends on me, and he was like, she actually think I'm mad about it with her dirty car and her dirty house and stuff like that. I was just like, oh my god, and I was just like, don't even worry about it, honey. I'm keep it moving. But anyway, so number one, I'm single because I'm so terrified I'm gonna have to f somebody up for doing something to my daughters. But then when I thought about it, God was revealed to me today. He was like, Kim, come on now, you stay on the same path, stay on this path that you're on, and keep you know, just acquiring good people, people that you feel like you're safe around, and, keep asking me for guidance and discernment and clarity, and listen to me. So the second reason is because I am honestly, Jamal, since you asked a question, I honestly don't feel like, and I want you guys to acquire this too. You need this. I've been like this all my life, y'all. I tell a person if I, uh what you see out there? It sounded like somebody hit my back door, and I'm at near the back door, and my window's open. My cat is looking like, "Dope, that's okay. We're gonna get that thing on them. They try to come in this back door." Anyway, I honestly feel like, okay, this is what I was saying. I've always been like this all my life. I tell people if I can't talk to you, if I can't confide in you, if I can't tell you everything, then I have no use for you. If I can't come to you and be like, because I've dated people like this. I've dated somebody. I used to hate this. It was younger when I was younger though. I would dated this guy one time, and I'd be like, "Oh, I was in the mall, and this guy tried to talk. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about that." Um, oh wow. Well, what I can say about that is her loss, right? Her loss. Oh well, that's sad though. Um, Yeah, if I can't talk to you and like I'm talking about completely talk to you about without you getting offended or just I don't want to hear that or taking it personal. That I think right there, to be honest with you, that is the number one reason why um I'm single because I don't think I've found anyone. um you guys, I'm a listener. It is so important to me that in my friendships and my relationships that my friends trust me, that my lover trusts me, that my lover and my friends know I can talk to Kim. I can talk to Kim and she's going to listen to me. I can talk to Kim, she's going to listen and she's going to listen to understand me. She's going to listen to not to judge me, not to, take it personally, just listen to listen. And I think that's my biggest thing. I really feel like, because that is so important to me that I have not, you know, come across anyone um that has met my that's how I want to say it, that has met my needs with um like really listening to understand and like really listening to like listen. I talk a lot and that is important to me. So I'm gonna tell you guys something. A lot of times relationships fail because a person, this is a real talk, and we're gonna get deep right here. This is real talk. A lot of relationships fail. A lot of people cheat because they feel like they can't talk to their mate. They try to talk to them and either they don't want to hear it or, they talk to them and they have a negative reaction or it's something. So, and this is why people start cheating and get emotionally attached to other people. I've had that happen to me where, I dated someone and, there's times where I just wanted to sit down and talk to this person, but it was and I did talk to this person, but I felt like either they weren't hearing me, they weren't trying to understand me. Now, I'm not saying that I have to sit down and talk to someone and they have to agree with me. Because to be honest with you, that's a total turn off. Because I'm actually looking for my, this is what I tell people when they ask me what I'm looking for. I said, I'm looking for the calmness to my storm. I get emotional. See, I'm looking for the calmness to my storm. And what I mean by that is if I'm all upset or if I'm upset or this is this, I need someone to be able to say, hey, calm down. I got you. Because that's what I'm going to do. I need someone if I'm going off and, which I try not to do. And I'm not going to say I don't do it because we all have our opinions. We all operate differently. But when I'm in a bad, uh, when I'm in this mood where I'm allowing the enemy to direct my I guess feelings and emotions when I'm in a mood where I'm just like I'm saying negative things and I'm talking about people and I'm talking mean about people and I'm talking negative about people. I want someone to be like, girl, Kim, that's not right. I don't want somebody that's going to kiss my ass and agree with everything I'm saying. I want somebody who's going to agree to respectfully agree to disagree because you can respectfully agree to disagree without just saying you effed up for that. You a piece of crap for that. This and this. Someone who's going to be like, you know what, Kim, let's talk. You could have handled that differently, or it wasn't nice of you to say that about somebody. So that's my main thing. I'm looking for someone to who is going to be and it gives me butterflies to say it, is going to be the calmness to my storms whenever I'm going through it. Someone who's going to be my beacon of light because I've always been the beacon of light for so many people. So Jamal, to answer your question, one of the major, 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 major reasons why I'm single is because I haven't felt that I've met anybody to that met my needs as far as being able to talk like really, really like talk and be like, babe, this is how I feel. And they just listen and be like, okay, and then let's like talk about this. And because, and I said this before, a lot of times when we're talking to people, and I believe a lot of times people are so defensive, or people will, what I call, personalize things or take offense to things. It's because those people are so used to being verbally abused themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Or they've had people in their lives where something happened and they look to blame that person all the time. So, and I'm understanding to that. It's hard to pull yourself out of always not thinking that something is about you, or not thinking. It's hard to pull yourself out of, you know, uh taking, as they say, taking everything to heart. You feel what I'm saying? You guys, I'm a totally understanding person. But for me, this is what I want to tell y'all too. Tell y'all this all the time. It's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I like you, but I'm somewhere else in life and I can't wait for you to catch up. I like you and I care about you. And I thought, I saw a future with you, or, I see a future with you, but I'm in a space where I'm there, and you're not. And I just don't want to wait for you to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem that a lot of people are going to have, is that rejection, is that they're not willing to wait for you to catch up. Because I've said it before. I've said it to people, I really like you and I really care about you, but I'm somewhere else right now and I'm still trying to grow in A, B, or C. And that a person will be like, well, you know what? I'm already there. And I can't wait for you to get there. I want somebody on my level. I want someone that's already spiritually there. I want someone that's already mentally there. And we have to learn how to be mature enough to be like, you know what? I respect that, and not take the shit so personal. Well, and assume that a person is judging you because you're not there yet. People want what they want. You guys, people are allowed to want what they want. And that's the stigma. And that's what blows me about people, is that people will try to bully you and make you feel bad because you don't want to deal with a certain thing, or you have moved past a certain thing in life. Now, the point is, people are allowed to say, hey, you know, I'm not willing to wait for you to get there. I'm not willing to wait on that. I'm not willing to this, and that doesn't mean that they're inhumane. It doesn't mean that they don't have humility. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They're allowed to. We're allowed to say, hey, I'm on this path. I want someone that is on that same path. Because for me, at the end of the day, it makes life so much easier, because I feel like it's more of a connection. If I can say, hey, if we're, and you're not going to be totally on the same path, but if we're on the same path, like spiritually, it's more, you guys understand what I'm saying? It's so relatable, as in, girlfriend, she terrible. It's so much easier. You understand? Me, I'm more about, um, yes. Yeah, someone that will take your hug into your condo. Yes, yes. It is so much easier dealing with someone, like I said, is that is like-minded and on the same path as you, because you're there. You understand what I'm saying? You guys are already there. You don't have to wait for that person to catch up. Or that person doesn't have to wait for you to catch up. Because at the end of the day, we all are work in progress. We all are working on um, something in life, and some of us are at different stages. And I always tell people, I use this word acquire a lot. Acquire people that are on your level. Acquire people that are in the same space. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel as though, for me, I'm only going to speak for myself. You get along better. You know what I'm saying? It works out better. Whereas if you are a totally understanding person and you're not a person that judge, and you're totally understanding, whereas you're dating someone, and this is, you guys, I speak from experience. This is the worst, is when you're dating someone who you can be like, oh, um, so many examples I have for y'all. You're dating someone where you're the kind of person that says, oh, those shoes are cute. And your mate is like, but they look cheap. Or, that never sees the light or any, that's like, a negative person. Maybe not always negative, but you understand what I'm saying? Just like a negative person. And because again, this happened to me where I was dating somebody, and this person, I would be like, I'm not into judging people. This. And this person would be like, well, that ain't me. I ain't there yet. I take it for what I see it, and this. And I was like, you know what? You and I can't get along. This is not going to work just off of that because and then the person turned around and said, well, I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. I'm working on being more understanding. I'm working on this, and this. I mean, no disrespect. Good for you. You work on that, buddy, because I'm already there. I'm not willing to compromise on that, especially that judging people and always got something negative to say about somebody and, ooh, look at her and, ooh, look at him and this is this. You work on that, sis. You work on that, bruh, because I'm already there. And that's one thing I cannot wait for somebody to catch up on is always, the negative talk, the talking about people because of their religion or making fun of somebody because of religion. You suck for that. I just can't. So, and I guess that's my second reason. Those are really the only reasons why I can honestly say that I'm single. I this is, and this is the thing. I do a lot of talking, and I was talking to God the other day, and I told him, I said, God, my barriers. Is, finding someone that I could like really talk to, like really, and I express this, I stress this, like really, really, really can talk to because I got to give this gab and just like, someone with all due respect that is um that is mentally able to that is mentally able to process mentally and not really mentally but emotionally able to process. I'm sorry, y'all, give me a second. Trying to figure out where to plug this damn thing in. Okay, I had to plug my laptop in. Is it charging? Yes, it's charging. um I'm sorry, Facebookers. I'm not ignoring you guys. Someone asked me something. You guys on YouTube, give me a second. Uh-oh, y'all. Aurora, you hear it too? Something is leaking somewhere, y'all. Okay, Facebookers. John Johnson said, John Johnson said, okay. I'm still here. Okay. All right. I'm trying to juggle this Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Okay. But yes, so those are my things. The making sure that people are, my children are safe and protected. Um which I'm getting out of that because I acquire certain type of people, so I feel as though I don't really have to um worry about that. You guys are just hitting a sister up. Okay. Oh, thank you. It is a reward to hug me, but it's probably a reward to hug you too. I'm not going to take all the shine for that. We're all awesome. Yeah. You know what, Takara? People don't think the long ways, especially when you have children and you have children, you have a, oh my God, son. People don't think, the long way. And my children are everything to me. So when I think about relationships, I think about, and this is the first thing that I always think about, are these people going to be safe around my children? When I tell y'all, I stress this. I don't want to have to go to jail over mine because I will. I will. I will. I just, people are so sneaky. They will bully your kids into not saying anything. They will scare your kids into not saying anything. And I know my children. I know my children will always come and tell me. But there's a part of me that can't say that because people are so manipulating that they'll do something to your kids and you won't hear about it until your kids are adults. I had somebody tell me something that broke my heart and told me that, some things happened to her and her, you know, she grew up with her family and some things happened to her and she never told, her biological, her biological parents what had happened to her. And, her biological parent is, in heaven with God. And it hurt me to hear a person say, I was coming up, I was abused and I wasn't treated well. And, my mother and my father, or my mother, I never told her. She never knew. She never knew that, her baby was being mistreated. And like, that really makes me emotional to talk about it. And I would hate for that to happen, for someone to do something to my kids and they don't feel like they can come to me and talk to me because I fucking motherfucker at. Anyway, yeah. So we have to start being more, thinking a long way, especially when we have children. Um, but that's it. It's my children. Like I said, I haven't found anyone that met my needs on communication, and um, um, that's really it. Is that my kids and my need for you know, somebody being emotionally stable to communicate with me without, you know, thinking I'm taking a shot at them or anything like that. And that's hard. Like I said, it's hard because we live in a world where people have been verbally and emotionally and mentally abused. So because of those patterns and because of those behaviors, you know, people will assume that, it's about them or you're taking a shot at them. And I know for me, it's never like that. I just, like I said, if I can't talk to you, be like, this. I don't have no use for you. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell you guys something too that's been going on in my life. Girl, you was a wonder watcher. I used to be a wonder watcher. This is the craziest thing that's been happening to me. And I'm not gonna say I don't understand it. Let me tell you guys something. Life is so I can't wait till I get to the point where this is what I need anyway. This is what I want to tell y'all before I tell you that. You guys know it's another website and I can't remember it for the life of me. I'm going to look at my screenshots. You guys know that there's another website similar to YouTube. I want to say it's more like of a podcast, but you can still come on and you can go live and you don't have to worry about being copywritten. I was on somebody's live one day, this Caucasian lady, and I was on her live one day and she was talking about how her videos keeps getting taken down and this and all this other stuff. And she put a website in the description and I cannot remember who she was or where it was where I saw it, but there's another website out here that's similar to YouTube where you can get subscribers and you can talk to people and this, and you can really say whatever it is that you have to say without being copywritten. And, they do make sure that, kids can't get on there and this. And I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot remember. I'm going to have to look through my browser history on my cell phone and on my yeah, my browser history. Let me tell you guys about how this universe works, right? First of all, let me say this. I encourage you guys, right? I said this before. Thank you, sweetheart, thank you for popping in. Thank you for conversating with us. Thank you for commenting. The little man a hug and kiss for me. He's so cute. He's so cute. God bless his heart. And I encourage you guys to to let go and let God. I encourage you guys to let go of all the anxiety and the bitterness and the angriness and the hurt and pain that other people have caused you. I encourage you guys to let go of it, to let go of the past and let go of what if people have done to you. There's some people that you can let it go and keep it moving. And there's sometimes where you can let it go and still have a cordial friendship, a cordial relationship, because so many people bring so many things to our lives, right? I have a situation right now where a person from my past, like, um, as I say, broke me. And it took me a long time to recuperate from that. But I have been able to have a cordial friendship with this person. I've been able to talk to this person. This person has been able to like really encourage me, say some really encouraging things to me. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's the trick of the devil," and that's this, this. I actually know. The devil usually does not waste that much time on trying to manipulate someone and giving people encouraging that type of encouragement and this is that. That's why I say you'd be amazed at what have happened in your life when you're able to be willing to let go and let God and forgive and move past and move on and just, again, some people you have to do let go and just keep it moving. Be like, you know what, I forgive you, and I'm gonna, I just can't have you in my life. And there's others where you can be like, okay, and you know, where you can be like, I forgive you, and I see you when I see you. If I see you, you say hey. If you text me, I'm going to say hey, and that's it. That's all. There's people. We all, I think, have someone in our life that has just done something horrific to us, right? And been able to forget and move on, and still have a cordial conversation with these people, and I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. And that's what I was talking about, how God has been doing these really amazing things in my life. Now, first of all, I was thinking like the negative mind, what the trickery of it. It's the work of the devil. But I was like, no, because I find God knows where I'm at. And I believe wholeheartedly that He has me. So I know that He wouldn't allow any trickery or fuckery. And I know I shouldn't be using curse words when it comes to Him. But it's been some really, really amazing things that's been going on. And I'm so thankful. I love you guys that have stayed with me, stuck with me, that have helped me out, taken me to the store, called places for me, um, who have, prayed with me, prayed for me. I'm even thankful to you all that talk shit about me and judge me. I'm thankful for that too, because you guys make me stronger. You make this girl stronger. You build me up. No, for real, I am thankful. I am thankful for all of that. But anyway, you guys, I spent a lot more time on here than I wanted to, and I'm going to come back and talk to y'all. I wanted to show my face and come back and talk to y'all and YouTube, Facebook. Um, You guys, I am a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. We all are a work in progress. I have some things that I want to share with you guys, but I'm kind of hesitant. Oh my God, I look huge right now, but whatever. In the words of Nick Avocado, it's my waterway. I'm so concerned about him, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna keep praying for that young man. Um, I got something that I want to share with you guys. I'm very hesitant because let me just say this. I got an unboxing that I want to do. I don't think I'm going to do it though, because you guys know that I am a born again Christian, and I don't really care about people judging me or whatever, but I got an unboxing that I want to do. I'm not sure if I want to do it um, live or whatever, but I'm going to tell you guys about it in my next video. True. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up and keep me in rotation, y'all. Thank you for sticking in there with your girl, sticking in there with me, and um you know being of a continuous support. So I'm wishing you all a peaceful and loving and prosperous night, and I wanted to let you guys know that all is well, all is well with you guys too, and then I just pray um for you all that have a broken heart, that God heals you. God will, let me just say that God will heal. God will mend your broken heart. He certainly did that for me. And then I think that I would be where I'm at right now. And that's in a very good, happy place. But he is working it out. I want you to know that God loves you and that he hears you, he sees you, he understands you, he feels for you, he wants for you, he cries for you, he hurts for you. And please continue to go to God. Please continue to go to the source. Please give him praise. Please give him love. Please give him respect. You know, whether you call him God, whether you call him Yahweh, whether you call him Allah, Jehovah, whether you say the universe, treat him with love. Treat him with kindness. Treat him with the same unconditional respect and joy that he gives you. So I will try to come back on here later on and speak to you guys. And I thank you so much for your support. And you guys know where you can contact me, right? So let me put my contact information up here. So I got a new phone, y'all. Well, I don't have a new phone. I got my own phone back. Let me see. So I got a phone. I can actually talk and make phone calls. But anyway, let me take the caps off, rock off. Y'all look for me on WhatsApp. I don't know. Everybody wants me to down WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Let's talk on WhatsApp. I think that is so childish, but imagine me. YouTube Facebookers, you guys know that I love you and I thank you guys for your support too. I thank you for hanging in with me. I thank you for not judging me. I thank you for judging me. I thank you for teaching me and just letting me be Kim and letting me be the wonderful hot mess that I am. You guys have a wonderful night and I love you guys. You know where you can reach me. Like I said, I have a new number, a new phone. It's not really a new number. It's my old number, just a new phone because my phone wasn't working. But anyway, besito mi amores. I will talk to you guys later.